Young man, get out of my house. You will never marry my daughter. Mr. Okafor sent Raymond out of his house. What could be the cause? Let's dive into the story. The first time Raymond saw Tina was during their second year at the University of Lagos. It was during a departmental social night, and Raymond was part of the organizing committee. He was tall and dark-skinned guy. When he approached a table to welcome guests, their eyes met. "Good evening. My name is Raymond. Welcome to our social night," he said with a warm smile. "Thank you. I'm Tina," she replied, feeling shy. That night marked the beginning of their friendship. Raymond would wait for her after lectures. They would study together in the library, and soon everyone on campus knew that they are inseparable. Their friends teased them, calling them Mr. and Mrs., even before they officially started dating. By their final year, what started as friendship had blossomed into deep love. They spent countless hours talking about their future, their dreams, and the life they wanted to build together. Raymond would hold her hand as they walked through the campus, promising her that after graduation, he would work hard, get a good job, and make her his wife. "Tina, I'm serious about you," he told her one evening as they sat under the mango tree near the faculty building. "You are the only woman I want to spend my life with." Tina smiled. "I feel the same way, Raymond. I can't just imagine my future without you." After their final year exams, as they prepared for their NYSC program, Raymond made a promise. "Once I'm done with my service and I get a stable job, I'm coming for your hand in marriage. Start preparing your mind to be Mrs. Tina Raymond." Raymond served in Abuja, while Tina was posted to Port Harcourt. 3 months after completing his service year, Raymond got a job with a reputable oil and gas company in Lagos. The salary was good, enough to take care of a family. The first person he called was Tina. "Baby, I got the job," he shouted excitedly over the phone. "Raymond, oh my God, congratulations, my love." Tina screamed. "This is it, Tina. This is what we've been waiting for. I am ready now. I want to come and see your parents. I want to do this the right way." "Really? Are you serious?" Tina asked. "Yes, very serious. I've already started saving. I want to pay your bride price and make you my wife properly. Talk to your parents. Tell them about me. Let them know I'm coming." After the call, Tina couldn't contain her excitement. That weekend, when she visited her parents in the village, she sat with her mother in the kitchen, preparing dinner. "Mommy, there is something I want to tell you," Tina began. Her mother looked at her. "Is it about your boyfriend?" "Mommy, how did you know?" "My dear, I am your mother. I know when my daughter is in love." "So what about him?" "His name is Raymond, and he wants to come and see you and Daddy. He wants to marry me." "Hey, that's wonderful news. So, what does he do? Where is he from?" "He's working with an oil company in Lagos. Mommy, the best part is, he's from our village. He is from here." "From our village? That's even better. Okay, let me talk to your father. Bring him home whenever he's ready." That evening, Tina's mother told the father about the news, and the father said he should come around. Raymond prepared thoroughly for his visit to Tina's family. He bought gifts and a basket filled with fruit and provisions. He wanted to make a good impression. He drove down to the village the next day. Tina was already waiting for him. When he drove into the compound, she rushed out to meet him. "You came?" she said, hugging him briefly before remembering they were in the village and had to be more reserved. "Of course, I came around." Mama welcomed him warmly. She ushered him into the house, admiring how respectful and well-mannered he was. In the kitchen, she had prepared Tina's favorite soup with assorted meats. She wanted everything to be perfect for her future son-in-law. Raymond settled in and they served him food. After the meal, Papa called Raymond into the sitting room. Tina tried to follow, but her father waved her away. "This is men's talk, wait inside." Raymond sat down, ready to answer any questions. He had rehearsed those moments in his mind several times. Papa leaned back in his chair, studying the young man before him. "So, young man, you want to marry my daughter?" "Yes, sir. I love Tina very much, and I'm ready to take care of her." "I see. What do you do?" "I work with an oil and gas company in Lagos, sir." Papa nodded. "And your family? Tell me about them." "My family is from those villages, sir. We are the Zulu family." "Zulu?" "Yes, sir. My father is part Zulu." He stood up instantly. "Your father is part Zulu? You mean your biological father?" "Yes, sir. Is that a problem?" "Problem?" Papa's voice rose. "There is a very big problem. If you are truly Zulu's son, then you cannot marry my daughter. Never. Over my dead body." "Papa, but why?" "Don't question me, young man," Papa shouted. "You cannot marry her. That is final." The commotion brought Mama and Tina running into the sitting room. "Papa, what is happening?" Tina asked. "Ask this young man to leave my house immediately. And for your information, you cannot marry him. I forbid it." Raymond stood up, looking confused. He looked at Tina, whose eyes were already filling with tears, then back at her father. Without another word, he picked up his car keys and walked out. He couldn't understand what had just happened, but he knew staying would only make things worse. After Raymond left, Tina turned to her father, tears streaming down her face. "Papa, what just happened? Why did you send him away like that?" Papa pointed to her. "Sit down. Let me tell you something." Mama stood still, equally confused. She had never seen her husband react this way. Papa began. "Raymond's father, Zulu, and I were best friends. We grew up together in this village. We did everything together, farmed together, hunted together, and went to school together. We were like brothers. When we were young men, I fell in love with a woman. Her name was Adaize. She was the most beautiful girl in the village, and I loved her with everything in me. I told Zulu about her because he was my friend, my brother. I told him I was planning to go and ask for her hand in marriage. Before I could gather the courage to approach her, I found out that Zulu had gone behind my back. He went to Adaize's family and expressed his own interest. He started visiting her, bringing her gifts, sweet-talking her. By the time I was ready to approach her family, she had already chosen Zulu. That woman he married. that is Raymond's mother, was supposed to be my wife. He betrayed me. He saw the woman I loved and took her away from me. Since that day, we've been enemies. We don't greet each other. We don't speak. If it's coming from one direction, I go the other way. And you think I will allow his son to marry my daughter? Never. God forbid such a thing. Mama sighed deeply. She now understood her husband's pain, but she also saw how heartbroken her daughter was. Papa, that was many years ago. Tina pleaded. Please, I love Raymond. He did not do anything wrong. Why should we suffer for what happened between you and his father? The answer is no. Tina, that is final. You will not marry that boy. Go and find another man. Tina cried throughout that day. Mama tried to comfort her, but she also supported her husband. My dear, you have to respect your father's decision. There are other good men out there. But mommy, I don't love any other man. I love Raymond. You will meet someone else, my daughter. But Tina knew in her heart that she did not want anyone else. She only wanted Raymond. Meanwhile, Raymond drove to her parents' house in the village, looking confused and angry. When he got home, he called his parents and asked them about Tina's family. When he mentioned that his girlfriend's father was Chief Okafor. No, you cannot marry from that family, Raymond. That man is my enemy. He has been my enemy for many years, Pazulu said. But Papa, why? I forbid you from marrying his daughter. He is my enemy, he declared. Find another woman. Raymond was devastated. The woman he loved was being kept from him because of an old grudge between their fathers. For weeks, Tina and Raymond tried to change their parents' mind. Tina begged, cried, and pleaded with her father. She refused to eat. She became a shadow of herself. But Papa remained unmoved. The more you beg me, the more I am sure of my decision. You will not marry that boy, he insisted. Raymond also tried talking to his father, but Pazulu was equally stubborn. My son, there are many women out there. Find another one. I will even help you find a good wife, but not from that family. After 2 months of persuasion, Tina and Raymond had a serious conversation over the phone. Baby, what are we going to do now? Tina asked. Raymond was quiet for a moment. Tina, I love you, but I don't want to lose you. But I also don't want to disrespect our parents. I feel the same way. But Raymond, they are not being reasonable. How can they punish us for something that had happened even before we were born? I know, baby, I know. Raymond, let's just get married on our own. Are you serious? Raymond asked. Yes, let's go to the court and get married. We don't need a big ceremony. Raymond thought about it. It went against everything he believed. He had always wanted to marry properly with full parental blessings. But he also couldn't imagine his life without Tina. Okay, he finally agreed. Let's do this. 2 weeks later, Tina packed her things and moved to Lagos permanently. She moved into Raymond's apartment. They informed their parents of their decision through phone calls. Papa, I'm sorry, but I have decided to marry Raymond. We are going ahead with or without your blessing. Tina told her father. Papa was furious. If you do this, don't ever come back to this house. You are no longer my daughter. Mama begged her husband to reconsider, but he refused. He felt disrespected and betrayed by his own daughter. How can you marry the son of my enemy? Raymond's parents had a similar reaction. If you marry that girl, you are on your own. Don't bring her to this house, Pazulu warned. Despite the opposition, Tina and Raymond went ahead. They found an older couple who agreed to stand in as their parents for the court wedding. As Tina signed the marriage certificates, she felt both joy and sadness. Joy because she was finally married to the man she loved, but sadness because her parents were not there to witness it. Raymond held her hand and whispered, "We will be okay. I promise you, everything will work out." They took pictures, ate at a nearby restaurant with their friends, and went home as husband and wife. A month after their court wedding, Tina discovered she was pregnant. She was overjoyed. She ran to Raymond's office during her lunch break to tell him the news. "Raymond, I'm pregnant," she announced, beaming with excitement. "Really? We are going to be parents?" "Yes, I did 3 tests to be sure. We are having a baby." Raymond was really happy. He believed that when their parents heard about the pregnancy, they would soften and accept their marriage. After all, no grandparents could resist their grandchild. Tina called her mother to share the news. Mama was happy. "That's wonderful, my daughter. Please take care of yourself. But you know your father is still very hungry. Mommy, please tell him. Maybe this will change his mind." "I will try, but you know your father." When Mama told Papa about the pregnancy, he simply walked away. He showed no emotion or interest. The pregnancy progressed normally. For the first few months, Tina went for all her antenatal appointments, and the doctor said everything looked fine. But in her 7th month, something went wrong. Tina woke up one night with a severe abdominal pains and bleeding. Raymond rushed her to the hospital in panic. The doctors worked through the night to save the baby, but it was too late. The baby had died in the womb. Tina had to go through the traumatic process of delivering a stillborn child. Why? She kept asking, "Why did this happen to me?" The doctors couldn't give them a clear answer. They said sometimes these things happen without explanation. After Tina recovered physically, they tried again. 6 months later, she got pregnant again. This time, they were more careful. Tina followed every medical instruction, ate well and rested well. But in her 8th month, the same thing happened. The baby died in the womb. "Why is this thing happening to us?" Raymond asked the doctors. The doctors ran multiple tests, but everything came back normal. There was no medical explanation for why they kept losing their babies. By the 3rd pregnancy, Tina was scared. She prayed every day, begging God to let this one survive. But at 6 months, she had a miscarriage. The 1st pregnancy ended at 5 months. The 5th lasted only 3 months before she miscarried again. Their home, which was supposed to be filled with laughter, was filled with grief and unanswered questions. Friends and church members tried to encourage them, but nothing helped. "Maybe we should adopt," Tina suggested one night after her 6th loss. "No," Raymond said firmly. "God will give us our own children." 3 years after their court wedding, Raymond started feeling unwell. It began with mild headaches and fatigue, which he initially dismissed as stress from work. "Baby, I think you need to rest more," Tina suggested. noticing how tired he looked. "I'm fine, it's just work stress." "I will be okay," Raymond assured her. But he was not okay. The headache got worse, and soon he developed a high fever that no matter what medication he took, it did not improve. His body began to ache all over, and he started losing weight rapidly. Tina took him to their family hospital. The doctors ran test after test: malaria, typhoid, HIV, hepatitis, everything they could think of, but all the results came back negative or inconclusive. "Mr. Raymond, we can't find anything specifically wrong with you, but you are clearly very sick," the doctor said. "I recommend we refer you to a specialist hospital." They went to a teaching hospital where more tests were conducted. Still, no diagnosis. Raymond's condition continued to deteriorate. He could barely walk without support. "We need to try traditional medicine," Tina finally said. "Let me take you to the village. Maybe the herbalists there can help." Raymond was too weak to argue. Tina called his parents, and despite their previous disagreements, they came to Lagos to get their son. When Pazulu saw how sick Raymond had become, he was shocked. "My son, what happened to you?" he cried, holding Raymond's frail body. They took him back to the village to his father's compound. Mama Zulu took over his care. She prepared different herbal concoctions, gave him steam baths, and called in best native doctors in the village. But nothing worked. Raymond grew weaker every day. He could no longer walk at all. He lay on the bed, barely conscious most of the time. Tina stayed by his side, refusing to leave him. But Raymond's family made life difficult for her. Pazulu's younger brother openly accused her of being responsible for Raymond's condition. "This girl is a witch," Uncle Emeka said one afternoon. "Look at my nephew. Now look at him, dying slowly. She has used her witchcraft on him." "That is not true," Tina said, tears streaming down her face. "I love Raymond. I will never hurt him." "Then, why is he dying? Why did all your pregnancy die? There is something evil following you, and you have brought it into this family." As Raymond's condition worsened, Pazulu decided to call the village priest, a powerful man of God who was known for his spiritual insight and prayers. When he arrived, the entire family gathered. He went to Raymond's room and began to pray. After praying for over 1 hour, the priest opened his eyes and turned to the family. "I have seen the problem," he said. "This young man's sickness is not ordinary. It is spiritual, but not from witchcraft or evil spirits." "Then what is it?" Pazulu asked. The priest looked directly at Tina. "Young woman, you need to go and bring your parents here. Your father and your mother must come." The priest looked at both Tina and Pazulu. When two young people marry without the blessing of their parents, especially when those parents have actively rejected the union, it creates a spiritual blockage over their lives. Heaven does not recognize it. These two people have been living as husband and wife, but in the spiritual realm, they are not covered. And that is why every pregnancy has ended in death. The priest continued. That is why this young man is wasting away. The absence of parental blessing has left them open to attacks and misfortune until both set of parents come together. Unless they bless this union and reconcile with each other, this young man will not recover. In fact, looking at Raymond's deteriorating condition, he has a very little time to spend. Tina began to cry. I tried to get my father's blessing. I begged them, he refused. Then we must try again, the priest said. This is not the time for pride or old grudges. This is about life and death. Tina called her mother on the phone. When Mama answered, Tina could barely speak through her tears. Mommy, please. Raymond is dying. Please, I'm begging you and Papa to come. The priest says he needs your blessing, both of you, and his parents. Then Mama said, let me talk to your father. Tina waited, praying desperately. Finally, her mother called back. We are coming. Give us the address. That evening, Chief Okafor and his wife drove to Pazulu's compound. It was the first time the two former friends would be in the same space in over 30 years. The priest came out to meet them. Welcome, Chief Okafor. Thank you for coming. Mama rushed to embrace Tina, who had lost so much weight from stress and worry. My daughter, how are you? Where is your husband? Mommy is inside. He's very weak and sick. The priest gathered everyone in the sitting room. Raymond was carried out and placed on a mat on the floor, as he could no longer sit up on his own. This young man will die before the next market day if something is not done tonight, the priest said. Chief Okafor, Pazulu, both of you must settle your difference now. I mean now. What happened between you many years ago? It is time to let go. Chief Okafor looked at his daughter kneeling beside her dying husband, and something broke inside him. Tears filled his eyes. Is my pride worth my daughter's happiness? Is it worth this young man's life? Pazulu also looked at his son. I have been carrying this anger for too long. Then, let it go, the priest urged. Both of you, right here, right now. The two old men looked at each other. They stood up and walked towards each other. Zulu, I have been very angry with you for many years, but anger has not brought me peace. Tonight, I choose to forgive you. Whatever happened in the past, I let it go. Pazulu's eyes filled with tears. Okafor, my old friend, I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. I was young and foolish. Please forgive me. The two men shook hands together. Now, the priest said, you must bless your children's marriage. Tina knelt beside her father and mother. Pazulu and Mama Zulu stayed beside Raymond, with tears streaming down their face. Both set of parents placed their hands on their children. Chief Okafor spoke first. Tina, my daughter, I was wrong to stand in the way of your happiness. I bless your marriage to Raymond. May your union be fruitful. May you have peace and prosperity. Mama added, may God protect your home and give you children who will live. Pazulu placed his hand on Raymond's head. My son, I also bless your marriage. I pray that God will restore your health and give you a long life with your wife. Mama Zulu prayed, may every curse be broken tonight. May life return to your body, my son. As the parents prayed and blessed the union, everyone in the room felt it. The shift in the atmosphere, the lifting of a heavy burden. That night, Raymond slept peacefully for the first time in months. When he woke up the next morning, he asked for food. By the third day, he was sitting up on his own. Within a week, he was walking around the compound. The transformation was so dramatic. 2 months later, fully recovered, Tina and Raymond had a proper traditional wedding. Both families came together to celebrate. Chief Okafor and Pazulu sat side by side, laughing about their childhood days. Old friendship was rekindled, and the two families became one. During the ceremony, as Tina walked towards Raymond, dressed in her beautiful traditional attire, Both fathers stood together and presented her to her husband. "Thank you for not giving up on me," Raymond whispered to Tina as they danced. "Thank you for staying alive," she whispered back. 6 months after their traditional wedding, Tina got pregnant again and delivered a healthy baby boy at 9 months. As Tina held her son for the first time, she looked at Raymond standing beside her. She thought about everything they've been through together. "We made it," she whispered. "Yes, we did," Raymond replied, kissing her forehead. They learned that pride and unforgiveness can destroy not just one generation, but the next as well. Tina's and Raymond's story became a testimony in their village and beyond, reminding young people of the importance of honoring their parents and reminding parents that old quarrels should never be allowed to destroy the future of their children. We have come to the end of today's story. We hope you enjoy listening to it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.